Yay! Woo!
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm truly grateful for the opportunity I have to speak to you all today. At the start of my high school journey, I had a completely different plan for myself. Honestly, even at the start of this year, my plans looked extraordinarily different than they do now. But if there's one thing high school has taught me, is that life rarely follows the path we expect, and that isn't inherently a bad thing. Entering ninth grade, I was determined to become a biomedical engineer, and I was completely on track towards that goal. I was in the robotics club, I got straight A's, stayed in honor roll, and I was ready. At that point in my life, everything felt stable. Then, 10th grade rolled around. At first, it too felt stable, until I fractured my ankle at a wrestling tournament in Idaho. Out of nowhere, something as simple as getting to class became difficult. Since I was a pretty reserved kid, I didn't really have any close friends to help me carry things or open doors while I was using crutches. I remember one day, I had finally gotten my lunch, and while trying to make it to the table, I dropped everything on the floor. I felt so embarrassed in that moment. Eventually, I had to withdraw from Murray High School and complete the rest of my semester online. At the time, I viewed that experience as only a setback. But looking back now, it taught me resilience and appreciation. It taught me appreciation for people who help us, appreciation for small acts of kindness, and appreciation for the strength we discover in ourselves during difficult moments. Then, the summer after 10th grade came, and my mom signed me up for a pageant. I was completely against the idea, because after spending an entire semester online, I had become completely withdrawn and uncomfortable around people. But reluctantly, I decided to participate. And unexpectedly, that experience helped me rediscover my confidence and my love for talking and reconnecting with others again. So by the end of summer, I had another plan for myself. I was going to finish schooling online and eventually pursue engineering. Life felt stable once again. But then the news came that I couldn't re-enroll in the online school because I had missed the deadline. I felt devastated. But luckily, my mom found this wonderful little school called Mount Vernon Academy while driving by one day. At first, the change felt jarring, but the moment I entered the school, I began seeing opportunities open up to me so long as I was willing to embrace the discomfort and change. During my first year at Mount Vernon Academy, I had the opportunity to join the student council, which absolutely terrified. I remember standing there giving my speech with a shaking voice the entire time, but I still did it. I also got to participate in cross-country, soccer, cheer, and theater. And I started my job at a retirement home as a server. More importantly though, I met people who shaped who I am today. I want to express my gratitude for the teachers who impacted me during my first year here. Mr. Nickel made theater something I genuinely love and gave me the opportunity to compete at state. Mr. Lee re-engaged my love for learning simply for the sake of learning, and Mr. Dean made calculus actually feel possible. And it wasn't just teachers who shaped me, it was the students too. Davey inspired me through his leadership and ability to connect with everyone around him. Miley radiated so much positivity and excitement for school that it was contagious. Being around people like that made me excited to go to school every day. Then, my senior year of high school came, and once again, I had a completely different plan for my future. I planned on leaving school for a couple months and becoming a nail technician and eventually returning to pursue my education later. Once again, I thought I finally had everything figured out. Life felt stable. But then life changed again. My mom had to leave the state, and suddenly my family and I had to learn how to navigate life on our own. I was devastated. For a while, everything felt uncertain, and I struggled to understand why life kept changing every time I thought I had finally found predictability. But during that season, I learned what it truly means to hold gratitude even in hardship. I came back to Mount Vernon Academy, and the support I found here carried me through one of the hardest times in my life. I became the student council president, something my reserved 9th grade self would have never imagined. I got to play volleyball with such an amazing team and met people who brought me comfort during one of my lowest points. I met Faha, whose smile and cheerful personality could brighten any room. I strengthened my friendship with Lily, who I remember during the first year here, I saw her and I immediately thought, we're definitely gonna be friends. And I also got closer to Josh, who for the longest time I thought was a super senior, apparently isn't. There's so many wonderful students at Mount Vernon Academy, and I hold so much gratitude and appreciation for each and every single one of them. I also got to participate in cross-country and cheer once again, competed at state for theater, and recently I earned my CNA license and began working as a full-time CNA. Even while life felt difficult, I realized I was still surrounded by opportunities, growth, and people who cared about me. Every teacher during my senior year became pivotal in helping me through such a difficult season of life. Having teachers who are understanding and supporting truly makes a huge difference. Mr. Nickel gave me creative escape through theater and the opportunity to perform roles that brought me so much joy into my life. Mr. Lee made every lesson engaging and full of life. Ms. Obeso made the student council in her classroom feel welcoming and comforting. Ms. Bradshaw taught me to pursue what I truly love instead of only pursuing what feels safe and stable, because life isn't always stable. And thank you to Mike Lamson for creating such a wonderful school and environment for students like me. I also found comfort and strength through my church community and through my relationship with God. My faith helped me shift my perspective from focusing on everything I had lost to appreciating everything I still had. It reminded me that even during uncertainty, I was never alone. Through prayer, community, and trusting God's plan for my life, I learned how to hold gratitude not only during the good moments, but also during the painful ones. I especially want to thank those in my community. Brian and Kim for welcoming my brother and me into their lives, inviting us to events, and making us feel supported and cared for during a time we truly needed it. I want to thank Glennis for encouraging me throughout my entire journey and bringing me to where I am today. And I want to thank my Bishop Shelton for helping me feel like a normal high school student with opportunities and hope for what comes next. And most importantly, I want to thank my family. My sister, thank you for reminding me to enjoy the little things in life and slow down sometimes. To my brother, thank you for being my best friend, for making me laugh during difficult moments, and for always standing by my side. Your ability to calm me down and remind me that life isn't always so serious helped me more than you know. To my mom and to my dad, even though you can't be here today, I would not be who I am without your guidance and support. The positivity I try to carry through life comes from you and your ability to see the good that can come from change instead of only focusing on the hardship. Looking back on my high school experience now, I realized something important. Every time my life changed, I thought I was losing something. But in reality, each change was making room for something new. New opportunities, new passions, new friendships, and a newer, stronger version of myself. So to my fellow graduates, there will be moments in life when things don't go according to plan. You may lose the stability you were holding on to. You may feel uncertain, uncomfortable, or afraid of what comes next. But don't let change make you bitter. Let it make you grateful. Be grateful for the people who stand beside you, for the lessons that challenge you, and even for the difficult moments that shape your character. Because growth rarely comes from comfort, and sometimes the hardest changes lead to us exactly where we are meant to be. Life isn't stable, but through every change, every hardship, and every new beginning, there is still so much to be grateful for. And I think that's what makes life beautiful. Thank you. And congratulations, graduates of 2026.